Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork, and this is an intermediate level Matwork class. So while we will do a little bit of pre-Pilates in the beginning, just to kind of set the spine up for success, I'm not going to do a whole lot of prep before things. I'll still do all the cueing and all that, but just kind of know that this class is geared for the intermediate level student and beyond. So that being said, you don't need any props today unless you like to have a little bit of padding or something like that in the low back or lumbar area when we're doing roll downs, roll ups, and roll overs. If you don't need that, then you don't really need anything today, but I'm going to put that to the side. And that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So sitting up nice and tall as best as you can, ears, shoulders, and hips in as best of alignment as you can, zipping up that front body. If your hips are really tight, you'll know that because your knees kind of want to jack up a little bit here, or it's going to be really hard to sit up tall. You can sit up on a folded blanket or a pillow. Good. So going into some neck stretches, relaxing the shoulders down. Let's take the chin to the chest. I'm just going to let gravity give me this stretch here. And I want to make sure I'm in my breath. So I want a little bit of expansion of that rib cage when I inhale. And then as I exhale, I want a little bit more of that belly button going inwards towards the spine. And you can also exhale that out through the nose, or sorry, be through the mouth. So if I come in here, you can make that sound on your exhale. We'll come back up. Good. Let's take left ear, left shoulder. Be mindful if your right shoulder wants to pop up here. And while you're here, could you take that right shoulder back just a teeny tiny bit? And notice how that might give you a little bit of a deeper or different stretch down the side of the neck. And we'll come back to center. Good. Right ear, right shoulder. Again, maybe taking this left shoulder back ever so slightly. And coming back up the center. Good. Keeping your chest and your shoulders forward. We're going to look to the left. Could you again take this left shoulder back or right shoulder back just a little bit? And then back to center. We'll look to the right, taking the left shoulder back just a little bit. And then we'll come back center. So go ahead and just roll this around for a moment. Taking a big inhale and reach, get a nice side bend to the left. Trying to keep shoulders and hips in alignment. Top arm is nice and long. Really breathe and expand here. And then you choose your path. Staying here, you can side bend deeper. You can choose to open towards the back, or you can choose a little C curve roll towards the front. Now, if you've got osteoporosis or something like that, obviously you won't take the C curve roll because you want to keep a flat back, but be mindful. Inhale to open. Exhale, move right through center, coming into that other side and reach. Shoulders and hips in alignment, nice long top arm. And then you choose staying here, taking it deeper. You can open towards the back or finding that C curve roll. Forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Good. And then opening up and coming back to center. Let's take this into a twist. So inhale, arms up, rotate to the left. Arms come down, rolling shoulders back, looking behind you. Breathing and expanding, twisting from some length. Good, coming up, moving through center, coming to the other side, rolling shoulders back as you look behind you. Breathing and expanding, and exhaling. And we'll come up, and come back to center. Great job. Let's go right into some all fours. So this can also be done on the forearms here if you need that. Knees are going to be hip width apart or slightly wider. Fingers are going to be spread as wide as you can, reading through the knuckle of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Shoulders are over or slightly behind the wrist. Belly button is in. Inhale, cow, tilting the pelvis back. Exhale, cat. Good. So move through your body's range of motion here. So if deep extension is not for you, then don't go there. If deep flexion is not for you, then don't go there. Good. One more time through. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to table, and let's go into a nice opposite arm, opposite leg balance. So taking the left leg back. Good. I'm going to let the left hip drop slightly, and then maybe lift a little bit or hip height. Careful not to lift too high, then you start to dip here. So belly button is in, and then maybe the other arm comes forward. So breathing, 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 taking that down. Let's go to the other side. Right leg's going to come back. Get your bearings here. Right hip drops slightly. Now you can lift. Your left arm lifts. Breathing. Press out of the supporting shoulder if you can. And then taking that down. Now we're going to move side to side. So here's right arm, left leg. And taking it down. Left arm, right leg. And down. Right arm, left leg. And down. Right arm, your left arm, right leg, and come down. Great job. Take just a little bit of a child's pose here. And once you're ready, we're going to come right onto our backs, right onto the back. And so then once you're ready here, we're going to come to a little bit of pelvic tilting and prepare for some pelvic clocks. So I'm in a nice constructive rest position to start. My belly button is in. I'm in that neutral spine. And I'm going to rock that pelvis back. There's my posterior tilt, belly button in really deep, and coming forward, my anterior tilt. Maybe a little bit of an arch, but not so much it causes pain. Then exhale, inhale. Now, as your reminder here, as you move, try not to clench the glute. Try not to press into the feet. Let this be all core and back here. Moving your pelvis forward and back. Good. Now coming back to your neutral spine, we'll take this into pelvic clock. So from here, I'm going to zip up. Think about your belly button. Actually, you know what? We'll do a different cueing style today. So never mind that. Good. So from here, good. Take it back. So pubic bones coming towards your face. You're in that posterior tilt. Good. Very slightly. Take it to the left. Take it down. You're in anterior. To the right. And up. And left. Down. Right. Belly button. 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 And reverse. Right. Down. Left. Belly button. 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 Whoo, I really feel that deep in those abs, that transverse abdominis. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. We're going to build on that, go right into the bridge. So rolling the shoulders back, pressing into the arms, tilting the pelvis back. We're going to peel up bone by bone. So now I'm moving through the rib cage, up into that mid back. And then I'm going to lower from the mid back through the rib cage, slow and controlled, through the lumbar, into the sacrum, and back to my safe neutral. Again, rocking it back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid back, and rolling down from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, to the sacrum, and safe neutral. Good. We're going to roll it up. We're going to pause when we're up there, rocking it back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, through the mid back. Good. Now from here, when you're ready, just rock back on the heels, come forward and lift. And rock and lift. And rock and lift. Notice what fires up when you rock and when you lift. And then we'll take the feet down. Good. Hips are going to lower halfway. Squeeze the hips and lift. Halfway. Squeeze and lift. Halfway. Squeeze and lift. Halfway. Squeeze and lift. Now, right hip dips. Belly button stays in. And center. Left dips. And center. Right dips. And center. Watch those knees. Left dips. And center. And right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. And from the mid back, we'll lower down through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, back to safe neutral. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock, 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 side to side. Excellent work here. We're going to take this right into the 100. So remember, feet can be on the floor. You can be tabletop position or long diagonal line. Taking your legs to a Pilates Z position in both tabletop or the diagonal line will give you more challenge. So I'm going to zip up, arms are up, inhale, exhale. I'm going to come up into my position. I'm reaching long and strong. I'm pumping my arms. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms, and take that down. Woo. And we'll wiggle, 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 side to side. All right, so from here, I'm gonna roll over to my side and come up to a seat. We're gonna set up for roll downs, roll ups, and roll overs. So I'm gonna grab my little mat here. I'm just gonna give that a test. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do a little prep, and then we're gonna go right into it. So for this first one, you can hold on with knees bent or take legs long. So we're just gonna come down to our point of control. So zipping up, good. I'm tilting the tailbone under so the pelvis is moving as I scoop in that belly button. Good. And as I come down here, I'm going to that point of control where I feel like I either need to keep coming down or I need to come back up. And then from here, I'm going to roll that back up. Some of you are going to come up and have just a tall sit. Some of you are going to go ahead and take that forward. So move how your body needs to move. Good. You can stay with those if you need those today. You can also bend the knees or follow me for the full roll down. And if for whatever reason you need to roll over to your side and come to your seat, just practice the roll down, please do so. Otherwise, follow me. Try not to use momentum. We're not whipping arms up here. That's not core work. So from here, inhale, exhale. Good. So ideally, you want your legs to stay on the floor. As you come up, you're looking for the toes. I'm just going to stay here as I go right into the next one. And you want to come up through center. So sometimes if we're not as strong in the core, we tend to veer towards the left. So if I don't have a pad under my back, that's exactly what happens to me, my stronger side. So just be mindful, inhale, exhale. Good, and coming forward. We'll do one more here, and then we're going to change things up. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now, some of you are going to do that a couple more times. Others are going to go with me into a roll over. also known in some disciplines as plow. So we're going to take that, taking it over. Good. The legs will open about shoulder width apart. Toes are going to point down, and then you're going to roll down, nice and slow and controlled as best as you can. And then we'll see here. Oh, I'm going to fight for it. And coming all the way up. Woo! So sometimes if you let the legs come down before you do your roll up, you can see if you're using momentum in that or not, versus trying to come up and letting the legs help you get up. So when you're ready, good. We'll take that back. Again, be mindful that you're on your shoulders, not your neck. Legs open long, shoulder width apart, toes point down. And we'll roll down, bone by bone, as best as we can. Good, so here's kind of like that little cheat, maybe some people call it. And then coming back up. Great job. From here, I'm gonna move my pad out of the way. We're gonna come back onto the back. And as you come back here, we're gonna get a nice stretch. So I'm gonna take my hands behind my right leg. Your left knee can be bent or extended long, just depends on what you feel. And just let your hands go up as high as you can go. Try to keep the upper body grounded here. And also note, even though I'm not using one, like a strap or a belt or something like that, you are always free to bring that into your practice to get what you need from your stretching. I'm going to point and flex through my foot here. Rolling that ankle around in one direction and then the other. And then just spread the toes wide and squeeze them together a few times. Our toes are so important for how we walk. They help us with balance. They can get stiff as we age. We want to keep them supple. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, good. Holding on to the outside of the leg, depending on where you can reach, or the foot or the toe. We'll take that leg out to the side. And just opening up the inner thigh just a little bit here. Before we go to our leg circles, make them feel just a little bit better. And we're a little bit more open before we do them. And then we'll come back up. Good. And then from here, I'm just going to take my left hand somewhere to the outside. You can have a long leg or a bend in the knee. I'm just going to kind of wiggle around here so I can find that nice stretch to the outside of the hip and the thigh. And then once you're ready, good. Belly button is in. Good. So this is core work here. So both hips stay grounded. Belly button is in. You can take smaller ones. Smaller ones are easier to control. Larger ones take more core work. So find yours. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we will take that leg down. We're going to do that all to the other side. So your right knee can be bent or extended long. Good. The left leg's going to come up. Let the hands go up as high as they can. This is my tighter side for sure today, and I'm going to point and flex that foot. Roll that ankle around maybe a little bit here. Good. And then we'll spread the toes and squeeze them together a few times. Good. And then from here, once you're ready, good. Find your grip somewhere on the outside of the leg, the foot or the toe. Let that leg go out to the left. Both hips stay grounded. Breathing. And once you're ready, good. We'll bring that back up. We'll just change the grip a little bit with a long leg or a bend in the knee. Kind of wiggle around, kind of find your best spot to get that stretch on the outside. And then once you're ready, here we go with the circles. Belly button is in, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring in those knees. We are going to roll like a ball. If that's not your jam, roll over to your side. You can come into a boat pose to get the core work there, or just skip it. But from here, I'm going to come up. Good. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we will come down here. Good. We're going to go right into the series of 5. Series of 5, starting with single leg stretch. Single leg stretch. Coming up. Good. Right knee in, left leg long. Really pull the knee in. Really reach your legs long. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that down briefly. Legs come up. Single straight leg stretch. I'll start on the left side this time. Come here, and we pulse, pulse, stretch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. 3, 3, switch. 4, 4, switch. 5, 5, switch. 6, 6, switch. 7, 7, switch. 8, 8, switch. And take that down. Good. Double leg stretch. We'll come up. Good. So you can do this in parallel. Taking your feet into Pilates V, the legs in the Pilates V as you reach long will be more of a challenge. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And 3. And 4. Eyes to thighs. 5. And 6. And take that down. Good. From here, double straight leg stretch. Again, you can be in parallel. The V is going to be more challenging. Upper body can stay grounded, or you can see curve it up. From here, when you're ready. Here we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Watch that pelvis. Don't let it rock forward or back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Bring that down. Good. Take that head and neck from side to side. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here, side to side. We're going to take a crisscross. Crisscross. So knees in tabletop. Remember, hips stay grounded. They don't rock with you as you go side to side. Elbows stay out wide. You're leading with the shoulders. So there should be no touching of the face or the ear with that opposite arm. Here we go. Zipping up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And take that down. Good. Coming into a tabletop position, we'll go into a supine twist. Just taking those knees over towards the right, looking to the left. I don't just feel this in my back. I also feel a nice stretch in the shoulders here to the outside of that top hip. So I hope you're feeling multiple yummy things at one time. Head back to center using the abdominals. We'll take that over to the other side. Good. Looking to the opposite direction. and coming back center. Now, I want to transition today through a roll up. So I'm going to take my pad back underneath my low back here. You're also welcome to roll over to your side or roll like a ball. Find what works for your body. Big inhale, exhale, and coming back up. All right, let's go into some spine stretch forward. So I'm going to take my feet as wide as my mat, maybe just a little bit of an anterior tilt of the spine to sit on. Arms are going to come forward, shoulders are relaxed. Envision you're peeling yourself off an imaginary wall. I'm going to nod my chin, belly button tucked in. I'm also reaching with my arms here. Knees can always be bent as needed. And I'm just going to go to where I can go. Another visualization is like you're diving over a beach ball. And then from here, I'm going to stack bone by bone. I come back up to my nice tall spine. Let's do that again. Big inhale, exhale, nodding the chin. Rolling that down. And reach. And stacking bone by bone. This is one when I was younger and first starting off with Pilates, I didn't really care for whatever reason. Now that I'm older, I love this. Getting into each bone of the body, stretching those multifidi and erector spinae muscles. Inhale, exhale. Let's do that one last time. Inhale, exhale. And coming back up and coming down. Good. All right, let's practice some open leg rocker. Open leg rocker. So if rocking, again, is not for you, I'm going to recommend to get your core work from this to be, into a boat pose variation. It'll keep a flat back there. You can also, do, even with a flat back, you can lean up and down. Otherwise, you can follow me. So for open leg rocker, traditionally hands are at the feet, but I'm a short person with short arms, so that doesn't really work. So I'm just going to come here, holding on to my shin, getting a nice long spine. And then here we go, and we're going to rock. Rolling. And 1, woo, too much effort there. Go back. And 2, that was better. 3, 4, 5. Do one more for 6. 6. Now, could you hold it? Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you're in a boat, could you take the legs out wide and hold it, hold it, hold it? Take that chest a little bit more forward. Relax the shoulders down just a little bit more. Breathe. Zip up that front body. Zip up that front body. And when you're ready, good. You can bring those legs down. Let's just take the soles of the feet together here, just a little bit of a stretch, and just come forward. And when you're ready, we're going to take this into saw. So feet and legs will be about as wide as your mat again. We're just going to reset my pelvis. Arms out to the side. Good. I'm going to rotate toward my right. Good. I'm going to reach and round. My opposite hip is grounded. I'm trying to fall the pinky toe off with my pinky finger. And then I'm going to stack as I come back in. I'm going to rotate, reach and round. Stacking as I come back in. So this is where that spine stretch forward comes into play. Reaching and coming back up and rotating and reaching and coming back up. Great job. Let's come onto our belly, onto the bellies. So this is prone, prone. So legs are going to be about hip width apart here. And once you get here, it might feel good to you to just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And we're going to do one swan, and then we're going to take this right into a swan dive. So to prep for that, I'm going to take my hands a little bit forward into the side of the shoulders. Elbows are going to come down, rolling the shoulders back. Now you take your swan where you need to take your swan. Some of you are just going to stay nice and low here. Some of you are going to come higher. You do need to be able to come higher with shoulders away and no crunching in the spine to go into the swan dive. So from here, I'm just going to come down bone by bone, flow and control with purpose. And then we will prepare again. So those of you where swan dive is not for you, go keep working on your swan. It's no worry. And so then from here, into the prep, and here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know what? My back, I think, would feel good with a child's pose here. So I'm going to take my hands under the shoulders and come back and do that. So if that would make you feel better as well, then honor what your body needs and go ahead and do that. When ready, we're going to come all the way forward. We're going to prepare for a single leg kick. So I'm going to come to my forearms here. I'm keeping my shoulders away from my ears. I'm going to just pitch a little bit as I come up here. So I don't want to come up so much. I'm crunching into my back. I still want to be nice and supported. Belly button is in. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flex the foot. And I'm going to pulse, and then go to the other side. You want to engage the glutes here. This is a glute exercise. So from here we go. Belly button is in, starting on the left side. Pulse, pulse, lower. Other side. Pulse, pulse, lower. 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 Changing it up. Flex, point, lower. 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 Taking that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now let's do a little bit more butt work here. So I'm going to bend my knees. And I'm going to take my knees about as wide as my mat. And then once I do that, I'm going to flex my feet, the soles of my feet, face the ceiling. And then because my legs are turned out when I do that, now if I bring my heels together, I'm in a V position. My belly button is in nice and tight here. And I'm going to squeeze my glutes as I lift my feet straight up to the ceiling. We'll just do 4 of these. So belly button is in. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And release. Good. Let's go into side series. So I'm just going to come onto my right side because that puts me facing you first. Good. So for this side series, remember all of your options based on what your body needs. You can be here. You can be here. You can be here. Find what you need. I'm going to try to be here. Good. And then your legs can be straight in front of you. That's going to be a little bit harder. Taking them out to an angle is going to be a little bit easier, but your shoulders and your hips, they'll stay in that alignment. If you're up here, careful not to dip. You want to be strong and supported. That's what makes it hard. So from here, when we're ready, you know what? I don't think my hip is really going to, there we go. So from here, good. I'm going to lift. 1, and really squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now from here, point your toe forward, watch the pelvis. Here we go. Kick, kick, point, squeeze, and take it back. There goes my water. Keep doing that one more time, just so I don't have an accident. Good. Kick, kick, point, and take it back. Live TV. Good. Kick, kick, point, and take it back. Kick, kick, point, and take it back. Really squeeze that glute. Really get the stretch in the front. Kick, kick, point, and take it back. Hold it there for a moment. Maybe bending the knee, maybe grabbing the foot. And then we're going to take this into some side teasers. Side teasers. So from here, good. I'm going to come down. I'm going to take your arm over here, or right there. Good. So my side hip and with my clothing and everything just doesn't want to cooperate today. Apologies. Good. So from here, good. I'm going to come up and reach. And then I'm going to take that back and reach. Up and reach. take it and reach, and up and reach, and take it back, reach one more time, up and reach, hold, hold, hold. Now, could you, from here, come right into that teaser from here? Woo! Maybe not. Maybe you got to hold on. Maybe you got to hold on, but find it. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to prone, back on the belly. So from here, we're going to take this into swimming, 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 swimming. So we'll take the arms forward. Palms can be down or facing each other. You choose what you want. Good. Zipping up that front body. Good. Find your lift. And here we go, alternating. As you alternate, squeeze the back of the shoulder of the arm that's being lifted. Squeeze the glute of the leg that's being lifted. Now, you can pick up this pace, but try not to rock uncontrollably on the pelvis. So it's also a little bit of a balance challenge, and you're getting that core control. Stay with the breath. Breathe, 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 breathe. Good. And then once you're ready, woo, take that down. Hands under the shoulder. Press back. Child's pose. Once you're ready, we're going to come back forward. We're going to come onto a plank. Coming to a plank. So knees can be down. They can be lifted. You can forearm plank. You can be up on your hands. You choose your plank, but you find your plank. So you're finding it. Find your length. Belly button is in. Now, if you would like to add on here, you can add on with me. Starting with the left side, little pulses. Pulse, pulse, down. 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 Lower the knees. Reach it back. Good. Coming back here. Finding your plank. Maybe coming back a little bit to down dog. Left leg's going to lift. We're going to try to take that left knee to the left elbow. We'll do that twice on this side and then take it to the other side. So from here, we're going to come in. See if you can tap. 1 and 2. Good. Taking it down. Other side. And here we go. 1 and 2. Woo! Take that down. Child's pose. Let's get that side series on the other side. So from here, let's find where you need to be. Find what you need to do with the legs. They're going to be nice and long. They're going to be at a 45-degree angle. Good. So we're lifted in the shoulder. We're lifted in the torso as best as we can. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flex the foot. Kick, kick. Point and take it back. 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 One more. Kick, kick. Point and take it back. Hold. Maybe bend that knee. Grab that foot. Find that quad stretch. And once you're ready, we will find side teaser. Good. So from here, once you're ready, here we go. Coming up, go 1 and reach. 2, 3, really draw into that inner core. 4, 5, and 6. Hold it there. Good. Now, could you shift, staying in that teaser position? Now you're centered. You're balanced on both hip bones. You can let go if you need to or want to. I need to hold on today, so that's what I'm going to do. And when you're ready, just take that down. All right, let's go into a side plank here, side plank. You can also do this on the forearm, or you can do it up high. I'm going to do these up high today. Good. So Different things for different people. Good. I'm going to start here. Good. And maybe you have a kickstand foot. So there's option 1. Good. Maybe this leg comes forward and bottom leg comes back. There's an option 2, 3, 4. Find it. Good. So you want your shoulders to be stacked. You want your chest and your hips facing sideways. If you've got your chest open to the side and your hips are pointed down, you're going to have a hard time with your plank. Maybe we go to the lift. Woo. Maybe we take an arc over. And then once we're ready, good, we will take that down. We're going to go right into the other side. So from here, I'm going to just enter into it the same way that I did on the other side. Taking that down. Good. Finding where you need to be, and it might be different on this side than the other side. Good. Remember, chest and hips both point forward. This shoulder is over behind the wrist. And maybe we play. Still breathing. Maybe we continue to play. Oh, it's harder on this side for me. And once you're ready, good, you can carefully come back down. Good job. From here, when you're ready, find a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Maybe just get a couple little pedals in. And from down dog, with a little bend in the knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Stop your hips over the ankles. Good. From here in this little dangle, pressing into the feet, starting from the tailbone. Good. We're going to get that nice, slow and controlled roll up. Good. And coming up. Good. Now let's take that again. Let's go into a Pilates push-up. Arms are up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms stay by the ears. I'm diving over that beach ball. Belly button is in. And to think about that seated spine stretch forward that we did earlier in practice. As you come down, walk that out. Find your plank. Knees can be down or lifted here. Good. Elbows forward. Halfway push up. Push up. Walk it back. Long legs are bending the knees. Hips over the ankles. Get into the feet. We're going to roll all the way back up. Maybe a little bit slower than me. That's okay. Finding a little back bend. We're going to do that one more time. And we'll reach. And we'll roll. Belly button is in. Taking that down. Once you're down, walk that out. Find your plank. Knees are lifted or grounded. Elbows forward. Half push up. Push up. Walk it back. Stopping the hips over the knee, over the ankles. Grounding. Pressing through the legs. Remember, you always want the legs to take the load. Coming all the way up. And opening up. Good job here. From here, just a little bit of a stretch. Taking the arms forward. I'll show you from side view. And just rounding. And then coming back, I'm just going to take my hands right here and taking elbows back. Just getting into the chest and the front of the shoulder a little bit. And then from here, last time, big inhale and reach. Exhale, get a nice side bend towards the left. And moving through center, get that nice side bend towards the right. And coming back center. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates Matwork class challenge. I hope you had a great workout and see you again real soon. Bye-bye.